Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This will be, I believe, part 4, 3 or 4. I'll be covering the fuel system and drivetrain. As you can see, the engine is finally in. Still waiting on a few other parts. Being in California, it's been a pain getting headers. As I mentioned in my previous video, the X-pipe and the air intake, they just won't ship to California, but let me show you guys. All the wires are run, just waiting to make final connections, transmissions in and all that. We'll start in the back. So I got this idea from Stroker Coops. He's also on YouTube. Put together a few Fox bodies, all solid builds. As you can see, I'm using the stock tank that came with this car. In the tank, there's an Aeromotive 340 with a Aeromotive hanger. I think it was around 200 and some change. But the reason why I went with that is because the inlet and outlet for that hanger are -6 instead of the factory hanger, which you can also use. I decided not to. So Aeromotive pump and hanger. I used 2 Fragola -6 90-degree fittings, which then come out to these Russell. These 2 Russell -6 lines. These braided lines, as you can see, those are 2 feet long. You can get those on Summit. Summit Racing. A little tight back here. So like I said, I got this idea from Stroker Coops, so I can't take credit. These 2 lines are coming off the tank, feed and return. The bottom one is 3/8, that's the feed. The top one, that adapter is a 5/16, so 3/8 on the bottom, top 5/16, both the Russell fittings. I just used a tap screw to mount it right there. It's secure. Those fittings, those lines and fittings go into a C5 Corvette fuel filter, which has a built-in regulator. That stainless steel piece there is a 3/8 to -6, also Russell. This line goes all the way to the front of your fuel line, and that's all you need. This is a 16-foot -6 Russell fuel line. You can get away with 14 feet. I just decided to go 16 since the difference isn't too much. So just ran the line, tried using the factory locations. I'm using a P-clamp right there with that bump stop to secure it, and also that location there with a P-clamp. That's where your stock factory hard line goes from the tank. As you can see, it crosses under the drive shaft, above the drive shaft, above the fuel line, just so it can stay out of the way. From there it goes to the driver's side. So it goes to the driver's side and just secured with P-clamps. Through here, through that hole there. Where is it? Right there. Out through there, and then onto your fuel rail. So that's a -6 to 3/8 fitting. The reason why I went with this, it was cheaper, and I know the 340 pump can support. I made 490 with the old setup on this car, the push rod Vortec. So that was $490, $500 on a good day. So I know I'll be okay with this fuel setup, especially with the larger lines. Once again, QuickTime bell housing. Clearance is good, except for the starter. We call that like a starter bubble there. Just had to grind some metal off so this header, this passenger side header, wouldn't hit. McLeod clutch and flywheel, nothing too pricey, and you'll have to use a SN95 clutch fork, which are relatively inexpensive. No fitment issues, everything's lining up. This is a TKO 600. Prothane mount, just waiting on, I just have a clamp there, but waiting on the spacers that go there just so you can get the proper driveline angle from Stifler's and Stifler's cross member. For the drive shaft, this is just a Fox body drive shaft with 31 spline. Yoke, it's aluminum. It's a nice piece, but the clearance up here is perfect. No issues whatsoever, minus that header hitting on the starter bubble. Let's go up top. So TKO, as expected, I knew it was gonna fit. This is just a Steeda triax handle. I'm using the Tremec shifter for now. It's brand new, and I usually go with a Pro 5.0, but just to save some money, I'll stick with this one, see how I like it. These holes on the triax shifter, you have to drill them out to 3/8. Originally they're 5/16, so just drill them out and then put your mounting hardware. I'll cover the wiring. It's all ran. I just have to make some last minute connections, and once I'm done, I'll be covering that in detail. Yeah, but everything's so far so good. As you guys can see, it was kind of a pain doing it by myself. I did it from the top. If I had to do it again, I'd probably just drop the whole K-member and put everything from the bottom. But yeah, I'll go over detail with why I went with the battery up front, power steering again, how I'm doing that, go over the brakes on a later video once everything's good to go, no leaks, using the Fox body radiator and reservoirs. It's new for the most part. I'll go over what fan I'm using and how and where to get this rubber piece here to run that 1.5 inch hose, upper hose. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just send me questions or comments on the comment section below, and stay tuned for the next video. And we should be almost done, just waiting on a few other parts. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.